Okay, just made the last video and now I'm making a new one, another one. Ooh. I read Doors to Perception recently and started reading a book by who is it? Cornel West, the Democratic Matters. Or Democracy Matters, that's it. While reading that book and writing my own, I've been starting to write a manual for a pamphlet, basically, for the kind of government that I've kind of discovered. I kind of discovered, I guess. I came up with it, but it's kind of a discovery, maybe. I think every creation is in a kind of a way a discovery. Anyway, the whole idea of world government, globalization. He says in the book, actually, a pretty important quote. I could probably find it, but basically he's saying that if we were to globalize now, it would be primarily it'd be like a corporate thing. It would be very corporatized, and that would be very bad, potentially bad for the whole world if it occurred that way. The other way would be through democracy. However, I think that democracy combined with other forms of organization, or democracy with extra branches changing its nature, if you had a council, which would be basically oligarchy, and those council members are then subject to they're lawless, so they're subject to public scrutiny such that they could be assaulted, killed even, and it would not be against the law. So essentially what that does is it makes them checked. This council, which would be given a lot of power, would be checked by the people themselves in such a way. That and the idea of having branches subsequent the branches, like if you have an education system, you have that as a branch of that wise council in conjunction with or in combination with the federal government that would exist, or the Republican style democracy that would exist. So education would be a product of those two entities, and then you would also have maybe I've said that before in one of my other videos, mentioned the Just Men Claims Office. That would be one of those subsequent entities created by workings. Jesus Christ, intercommunication or interaction of multiple of both the Wise Council and the Republican Democratic style government. So. As well as the media being an aspect of those things. And so it wouldn't be owned by either one. In fact, it would be owned by the people and kept by them. Same thing with the education system. Having these kinds of having that much check and balance, having that much interaction, having a greater complication to the governmental process, while at the same time streamlining it by having higher authorities than the government itself, and those higher authorities being checked by the people, it makes a pretty much fail-safe system. And then when that's combined with a system that doesn't have money and banking and savings and taxes and all that, not only is it more possible because people will be less suppressed, and but it would also be better because there would be less corruption, because the people in the government would be they would be incorruptible because money corrupts, and power would be also limited by the complication of the process in general as well, along with other changes which I can get into later, or if people ask me questions and things like that, which never happens, I can tell you that. Very little question making. I'm going to make a couple more videos. Peace out.